Talking about how politicized the education system has been, and we're talking right down from the curriculum to subjects in school to teachers and what you can and cannot ask of teachers because they are a significant portion of the electorate. Tell me your thoughts on that.
Well, for instance, teachers, you have 410 to 420 teachers and 1,000 teachers, and you need the votes. So I think one of the reasons why the education system is declining is because you want teachers to do so much to ensure that the government policies are implemented properly, so that you meet your target. You have desired income. But why isn't it happening? It's not happening because we are pandering to the teachers. Why are they pandering to teachers? Because they need teachers' votes. And it's a substantial amount of the population where you cannot ignore teachers. So this is why we have this tussle. We haven't been able to strike a balance, and which is why we're seeing the decline.
I don't know. I have a slightly different view on that as well, because most of the teachers I speak to, they actually they don't decide on who to vote based on like what policies are introduced. They actually want to say like, let the politicians like make decisions based on our advice. So before starting Teach Malaysia, I always heard about this correlation between the vote bias, but when I speak to the teachers, it's like split in the middle, like some people like they vote not based on the education policies, but based on larger national policies as well. So I don't like, and that's just the group that we've been working with as well. So.
But that comes back to the teaching English, science and maths in English, right? The idea that it could sideline a significant portion of the electorate if you do choose to teach in English.
Yeah, I think I'm rather surprised that both sides of the political divide, they say science education is important, or rather I think BN tends to say that more than Pakatan. BN has acknowledged the importance of science education. Pakatan hasn't. I think Pakatan is more focused on education philosophy more than science education, and I just don't understand why BN cannot come up and say, yes, we will give you science and maths in English because this is good for education. So at the moment, I believe the fact they're not giving in to the science, maths and English because they fear that they may lose votes. More often than not, I think Malay votes. They're afraid that they will lose Malay votes. But you must remember when they had the rally in 2009, March, just before the abolition of the policy. This was a rally that was organised by PAS, and I believe BN decided to go along with this because they were hoping to win over the PAS voters. That's unfortunate because now it has become detrimental. That decision is actually detrimental to the education system. How can we learn science and maths in Malay when there's hardly anything written in Malay?
Well, Pakatan also wanted to abolish teaching.
No, they've been wanting to abolish it for a long time, and I think.
So either way, whoever wins.
No, but I think at the moment, neither supports it.
That's right.
But as far as BN, they will at least allow it to continue until 2020. So the present standard force can continue doing it in English until 2020. And that's good. That's good, but not good enough. And whereas Pakatan wants to abolish it yesterday. So I'm concerned. I'm personally concerned because I have children from Form 3, Form 4. So does that mean that after doing science, maths, English from Standard 1, my kid who's going to Form 5 next year is going to learn it in Malay? And then Form 6 go back to English? It's ridiculous. I mean, there must be some flexibility, I mean, if that's what Pakatan is going to go for, then I'm not for it.
Well, BN said in their manifesto that they wanted to make English a compulsory pass in all schools. So that means they are working towards building English proficiency. Do you agree with that? Do you think it's a feasible goal?
Yes, I think any goal is feasible.
But would that mean then lowering the standards of English or the passing mark?
Well, I hope they don't do that because that would be like counterproductive, right? I hope they maintain the standards, and I hope that they make it compulsory and they hold them again to high expectations. If we really want to see something beneficial coming out of this, we need to hold it to high expectations.
It's all well and good, that the blueprint has come up with targets, but I think we've also forgotten what's actually happening at school level. My kids go to national school, I know what's happening. We're still having problems that we had 10 years ago. Teachers coming to class not teaching, teachers not coming to class, really teachers not teaching. The other day, 30 teachers didn't turn up, didn't go to class because they had to do other things. 30, that's almost half of the teachers. It was one particular day. Textbooks received by the kids in March. You know, it's kids still not getting their last year's examination results. And this is all still happening, and we're talking about transformation. So what's, you know, the ministry has got big ideas at the top, but what's happening at the bottom are things that have existed for many, many years and are still not being addressed.
Yeah, I think that's a function of being too centralized as well. There is a point like about in the blueprint about decentralizing, and that's where it should fix some of these challenges, but not all.
All right, thank you so much for joining me today, both of you.
Thank you.